Well, it's kind of like a butt dial.
Butt dialed.
Did he say
Yes.
they were
What
butt
was your
dials?
explanation?
Well, I used a phrase that people commonly used as a butt dial.
So you think it's possible that you may have butt dialed.
Butt dial.
Butt dial.
I believe I used the word butt dial.
So according to you, you literally butt dialed John O'Keefe's phone 6 times in the span of 19 minutes. Butt dial.
Butt dials.
That butt dials.
Butt dial. Butt dial.
The butt dial trial is in full effect.
But now she wants us and this jury to believe 6 times she butt dialed John O'Keefe in 19 minutes.
That call is actually from Brian Higgins to you, isn't it?
Yes.
That call lasts 22 seconds, correct?
Yes.
So you think it's possible that you may have butt dialed Brian Albert for a 22-second call that you're not aware of?
I think it's possible that he could have been inadvertently called back, but I have no recollection of that, nor did I have any conversation with anybody.
Her butt is not only able to dial a phone, but it's also able to recognize beginning to go to voicemail and then butt hang up.
Does that refresh your recollection to the 2 calls you received from your sister on the morning of January 29th?
She may have placed those phone calls to me, but I never answered them.
Robert, it's your testimony here today that you never spoke to your sister that morning.
I never spoke to my sister on the phone that morning.
The defense is saying that the cell phone records show that those calls were answered.
When she made those phone calls, did you observe her conversing with anybody on the phone?
No, she did not speak to anybody. Nobody answered any of our calls.
I don't think the phone records agree with you.
What does that Google search say?
Haas long to die in the cold. Haas long to die in the cold.
And what phrase did you use?
I'm not sure.
Really?
Really?
There's so many lies and misconceptions on social media.
Are you telling me you don't remember
After 2
what
years of
Google
this.
search you put in?
How long does it take to die in the cold?
And you literally, to this day, right now, under oath, you're saying you don't remember that phrase that you used.
Oh my God.
Costs long to die in cold. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it's been everywhere.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It's been
Because
everywhere.
you put it out in social media.
Well, I haven't put anything out in social media because I don't personally have social media.
I'm sorry, Turtle Boy did.
So if the world, what's that time?
2:27
AM or PM?
a.m. I did not make that search at that time.
And what phrase did you use?
House long to die in cold.
As far as that video from the Canton Public Library, you've seen that video subsequently, is that correct?
This disc with the wording on it?
Yes.
No, I have not seen this.
He's never seen it.
Disc, I'm sorry. But the footage, have you been shown that particular?
How would he know what footage is on it? You just handed him a CD. It could literally be anything.
He just said he's never seen what's on that disc. You can't continue to question him about it.
He said, "This is not mine," to the trooper.
Do you think this guy's able to just like hold a DVD up to the light and be like, "Oh yeah, I know what's on this"?
But it's not just, I never made that Google search. It's, I never made that Google search. Those phone calls were never answered.
There is some weird stuff going on here, right? There's butt dials, there's deleted calls, there's Google searches at the wrong time, there's deleted Google searches.
Those phone calls were never deleted. Those 6 calls were a butt dial. This other call was a butt dial. This other witness had an amorous butt dial. It's not just the one Google search. It's very, very difficult to parse. The butt dial trial has some very, very interesting cell phone activity.